Hi, my name is Neha. I'm an executive coach and I work with founders and ambitious professionals who are looking to change their career in the middle point, after they've been working for 18 to 20 years. And this is something that I have done 4 times over. This right here, the coaching part, is my fourth career iteration in 20 years of working. So it's something that I have been fairly conversant with. And this is a video right here which talks more about my story. But today, what I wanted to talk about was the fact that anytime you do decide to take this leap, pivot in your career, find a new job, or start a new business, or anything like that, what you need to do in the first 6 months or a year is basically to just do the work. And the way that I see it, I have broken it down into 5 aspects. This is what I'm covering today in this video, so it'll be great if you decide to stick around. And in the end, do let me know what your thoughts are. I would love to learn. So let's start right at the beginning. The very first step that you need to take today, if you're feeling stuck in your career, if you know that something needs to shift a little bit, but it's not really happening, the first thing you need to do is where. Where do you want to go next? What is the industry that you're going to choose? What is the work that you're going to choose? And if you've already started down a path and you're feeling a little like it's not really going your way, you need to figure out where do you want to be next in this new path. What's the next steps? That's the first one. Identifying industries, identifying what needs to happen for this to work out. And once you've identified these industries, maybe a good way to look at it is not to start getting into, okay, so what do I want to do here? But before you get into that, set some expectations with yourself, with people who are in your life on a more regular basis, because everybody needs to know what sort of person you're going to be when you show up for the next 6 months, when it is going to be fairly hard work and it's going to be a lot of, I don't know how to do this, and a lot of, but why is nobody valuing me? When all of that is going on, how are you going to show up? What are the expectations that people around you should have from you, and what are the ones that you have from yourself? And once you have set these boundaries, once you have set this expectation framework, what would start to happen is that you will also start to get a sense of what are the kind of things that I would really not do in this new industry or in this new job because they are outside of my expectation set. I have already defined how I want to show up, and if I do this, I will not show up like that. So it actually does the elimination process of what your new role, your new version will look like, and then moves you much faster to the selection process. Which brings us to door number 3. What are you going to do? What are you going to pick? What's going to be the new exciting thing that you want to do in this new industry, which leverages what you know, leverages how you understand the world, leverages how your experience can help this new role, and brings it all together in a nice heady cocktail which looks like a good, unique version of you doing a job in this new industry. Mind you, this is probably the longest step of the process, and it will also be one that in all probability will keep going on with a few versions, because you'll start something, you'll actually start gaining experience of what that feels like, and then it might seem like that's not really where you want to go. And a good way to figure out whether what you have chosen is the path that you will eventually take, is to figure out a quick way to find some work. It doesn't need to be the final way that you actually make money in this new space. It also doesn't need to be something that is a really big gold mine. It just needs to be something that you know is quick, that is doable, that you will be able to do well over and over again, and just get to it. And the final one is actually a little bit of a rinse and repeat cycle. You relaunch yourself in this new version of whatever it is that you have decided to do with your life because you want to do it and for no other reason. And then you refine this new packaging, you refine what this product is offering, you refine what's happening in the whole experience that a customer or a consumer or an employer has with you, and then you reiterate. You pick up the stuff that looks good and then you reiterate that, and then you just keep going on and on and on.